See, I think that works. Okay. Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to my daily Facebook Live broadcast. My name is Barry Selby, best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women, let me try that one again. Hi, good afternoon, welcome to my Facebook Live broadcast. My name is Barry Selby. I'm a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find love, life, and balance in their lives. I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine, and this topic today I'll get to in a second. But first, wish my fellow tribe members happy Yom Kippur, breaking bread tonight, and happy New Year and all that stuff that started last week. Today's topic, which is part of an ongoing series. Let me stay with that. This is messages from the masculine number 121. Yes, there's been a lot of these, and I'm doing these daily, so you've got a lot to catch up on if you haven't seen my previous broadcasts. Today's broadcast, though, is how you should be, could be, might want to be thankful to your ex. And I'll get to that in more detail, and also talk about the if that I added at the end of the title, because the title was intentional. So if you haven't joined my broadcast before, my intention with each of these is to be somewhat inspirational. Hi, Cindy, thanks for joining me. And to maybe give you some ideas that give you a chance at having a better life in love, relationships, heart support versus heartbreak, and on things like that. And today's one actually was from a meme I did earlier today, and I had a little bit of a debate with a friend, basically saying how your ex, this is speaking to women, about how your ex-boyfriend may have made you a better woman for the next man. And the feedback was actually correct, was that it wasn't about making you a better woman for the next man, but just about being a better woman, meaning that, I'm trying to make this clearer because I'm going a bit wonky on this, is that basically you are in a place where your past can be a door into a new beginning, a new place of being, which is better for you. As in, your ex may have been a benchmark of where you don't want to go back to. Is one way of putting it. You can put in the comments if you want to, or respond if this has come true for you, but the reality is for most people out there, I went through the same thing myself, where each relationship, yes, thank you, Heidi, yes, thankfully I'm better than my ex. Well, I also like to think that you're better because of your ex, as in you choose better now, you have a different intention, you're raising the standards for what you want. Because that's really what I was going to get to in this the statement, is that ideally our relationships progress and get better than the ones before, partly because of our ex and partly because of ourselves realizing our choices have gotten better over time. I certainly speak for myself in my dating life, looking back at some of my harsh relationship sequences where the relationship partners I was with were progressively better and better and better. Now I believe, I pray and trust this, that I was also getting better myself to warrant and deserve a partner that was raising the bar too. So the caveat, the if that I put at the end of this, is also very simple, which is if you don't learn from the past, in fact there is a quote from George Santayana, who wrote that those who don't learn from the history are doomed to repeat it. That was meant in the terms of politics and war, but the reality is it's very true about relationships too. If you don't learn from the mistakes of your past relationships, you are doomed to repeat them. Yes, you are doomed to repeat them. Not a very nice statement, but it's the truth, because it's only truly learning if we don't do it again. It's only truly learning if we learn the lesson and we don't need to repeat the lesson again. For many people, I've watched them do like a rinse and repeat. They'll break up with somebody, meet somebody else, and have exactly the same experience and relationship they did in the previous one. And as another quote I can quote from attributed to Albert Einstein, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. If you keep dating the same sort of person, you wonder why you don't get a different relationship. Maybe you want to look at your perspective on what you actually didn't do, as in choose differently. So your choices in your past relationships can be a positive reference to where you're going now, if one, you're aware, and two, you do something about it, which is you don't go back in the same old cycles again and go back in and repeat. It's not a rinse and repeat format. Relationships ideally aren't set up, well, let me do it this way. Yesterday I spoke about, that was number 120. Yesterday I talked about the fallacy how the dating sites and dating apps are so scientifically built to support you in getting the right match, which is not true. It's actually bullshit. And I actually put a link to a broadcast from Adam Spoils Everything, who basically explained it with some facts researched about how inaccurate those things are. So, put it in this context, if you are someone who finds somebody on Tinder, goes out with them for a few months and has a really great time for initially, and then it goes sideways at the end of it and you break up with them, then you get back on Tinder and do it all over again, you might not be learning your lesson. In fact, you might be in a cycle of despair, hoping to get out of it. If you've been doing that and you haven't had relationships get better, you just stop dating, huh? Well, here's another idea. If you start choosing more clearly what you want, because most people, and I said this yesterday, so you can watch the whole context in yesterday's broadcast, but if you're in a place where you are not stopping before your next relationship and getting clear of what you really want in a relationship, yes, what you really want in a relationship, because you can decide for yourself what you want. If you don't do that, you're going to be kind of in a place of gambling, rolling the dice, playing Russian roulette, and the other Las Vegas terminology to say that you're not going to guarantee results being different from what they were before, and you may in fact have issues with getting even worse than you did before. Not recommended to anybody. If you start though with a clean slate, getting clear of what you really want, and again, yes, this broadcast talks a lot about this, and in fact I talked about my program yesterday, I think, as well. If you get clear about what you really want and you lay out very clearly for yourself what you really want, I'm emphasizing this point, because most people, when they go on dates or on the dating apps or dating sites, don't really know what they want. As crazy as it sounds, they're just going hopefully to find someone that will fit what they think they want, or hopefully that will take away from all this. Their prince will come and save them. Well, hopefully your prince will choose somebody else, because you don't deserve a prince, you deserve a king, ladies. Same as men, you deserve a queen, not a princess. So princesses and princesses, we want somebody more stronger than that, clearer than that. So the reminder, once again, is that you learn from your past relationships. And ideally, when you do that, if you have some clarity of what you really want in a relationship, you have intentions of what you really want to have as qualities in a partnership, not choosing who, but what the qualities are, the feeling of it. And then you also use your reflections in past relationships, because they can be teaching principles for you, lessons that you learned in the past relationship where things sucked or didn't work or went wrong. You say, okay, what I want in the new relationship is the opposite of that. Build that into your vision. And each person you date can actually be a course correction feedback mechanism, as it were, towards what you do want. Yes, you can use your past relationships that way as well. So being thankful for your past exes that have helped you get clear about what you really want can really put you in a place where you're actually grateful to them, because what you've actually done is use them to clarify your vision. Use them to change your programming and your behaviors and beliefs so you can actually have what you really want. That's a pretty cool way of doing things. Now, if you were hurt in past relationships, I hope you've got real clear intentions that you'll never do that again. If you were abused, neglected, cheated on, any of those things in past relationships, I sincerely hope that you're doing things now to change that influence so you don't have it happen again. Because if you don't change, you're doomed to repeat. As I said in the previous comments, as George Anciano said, if you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it. If you were abused or hurt in past relationships, learn from that so you don't repeat it. It's not what you want. I hope it's not what you want. So let me change that slightly. I want to change the language, the energy, because that was like going, downer. Let me bring that back up again. Since today is Yom Kippur, for those of you who don't know in the Jewish faith, it's known as the Day of Atonement. It's the highest holy day of the year for the Jews. And one of the core elements of that is to, I won't say beg, I don't like the term, but to seek forgiveness for anything that's happened in the past. Now, I don't think that forgiveness should be a once-a-year thing. It should be pretty frequent. But if you've been carrying judgments against yourself for how you were treated in a past relationship, not so much how you treat the other person, but how you were treated by them. If you have judgments against yourself for letting yourself suffer from that or be hurt by that, I highly recommend, highly encourage you to do some forgiveness on yourself. Yes, you can forgive yourself. It's not just the other person. You can actually forgive yourself very clearly. And by doing a forgiveness practice for yourself, and I have practices I can give you if you want those, it'll actually take the pressure off of you. You may be carrying this weight on your chest from having judgments you've been carrying from past breakups that are still running you. Stop it. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve your future partner either. And in fact, what it does, it actually makes you more magnetic to the old paradigm once again, to cycle through again and again, which again, I told you don't need to do. So forgiveness is a large part of that. Taking time to be humble, loving, and compassionate to yourself, and forgive yourself for those past judgments, excuse me, will free you to entertain a much healthier relationship. These are simple keys, I know, but they're profound for many people who've never used them before. You can have what you want in a relationship. You can have what you want in a relationship, especially if you see what happened in the past that didn't work. You make peace with it, and you forgive yourself for any judgments you placed against yourself for what you did in the past. Now, these are very, as I said, simple, but also very basic steps that I teach my clients very early on, because we go a lot deeper than that when we're working together. But if this is something that's been holding you back, this ideally will be a reminder that you can change your choices, you can change your wiring, change your experience to attract something different in the future. I hope this makes sense to you. I haven't seen any comments, so I trust it's all working out. If you're watching this in replay, by the way, or on YouTube, you can put comments below and I will answer them in the comments myself. You just want someone to show up, play nice, and leave it the way they found it. How do you mean that, Cindy? That's an interesting statement. It sounds like someone you want to play games with. I'm not sure what you want, so maybe you can answer that later on, and I can get back to commenting on that later. So again, reminder, this is number 121 in an ongoing series of Facebook Lives that I talk about regularly, these sort of things, and you can watch all of them, if you so desire, on my business page on Facebook. This is actually a Facebook Live originally. If you're on YouTube watching this, you can also watch it on the same playlist. On YouTube, it's under Barry Selby, and its playlist is Messages from the Masculine. Or you can watch it more collectively, more easily on my website, which is barryselby.com, and go to the video blog to watch them there. If you have any questions, you want some help, you can actually click on the contact button or on the let's chat button on my website and get help. If you have any comments about this video, please put them below and I'll respond to them. And if you think of anybody who should watch this as well, feel free to share it with them, and maybe they'll get some insight as well. Okay? So thanks for watching. And Cindy, if you want to add more context to what you're saying there, I'll answer it in the comments once I sign off. And for those of you watching, thank you for being with me. And I hope this has given you some insight and food for thought. Take care of yourselves. As always, this is my reminder to all of you. So take care of yourselves now, because taking care of yourself is the highest priority. When you do that, you can also improve your opportunity for a healthier relationship. And with that, I will see you again tomorrow. Take care and enjoy your weekend. Bye.